Having very low levels of social experience is quite hard to portray. But, anyways, I was searching for such content, and honestly, it doesn't exist quite a lot, or at all, I should add. And me being a blind person and being a person with disability at that, um, frequently gets me close to people who don't have that much of social experience. Now, social experience may be caused by quite a lot of things, but mainly it's revolving around the concept of accessibility. Now, accessibility stems from the absent way of you being included in humanly activities, be it socialization, be it schooling, be it whatever, free time, whatever. Normally, for us people who are blind or with low vision, the fact that our world is so visual prevents us from fully attending our lives because our world is visual. We are working visually, we are moving through our cities visually, we are driving cars, we are meeting people, we are spending time together, we are doing sports, we are visiting theaters and cinemas, and we are having different experiences which are catered and made by and designed so that they are visually meaningful. And when you strip the visual layer off, the things are quite different. For instance, people when they get out and when they are spending time at the seaside or they're climbing a mountain, I don't want people to feel pointed at because we are going to do quite a lot of pointing around starting from now. Well, when you are a person with any kind with disability, for instance, wheelchair user, in order for you to enjoy your day at the beach, you need to have ramps because the um, um, water and the sand themselves prevent you from moving regularly and are making you more vulnerable to people's mm, minds and to people's will. It's equally the same for people who cannot see or who see not that much. When you are at the beach and where are lots of screaming people or just white noise, it's quite easy to get disorientated and being baked from the sun, or if you are somewhere further north, blown by the cold winds, or are constantly exposed to sea spray. It's not that rewarding because you cannot enjoy the different shades of the colors, different things that you can see around. It's absolutely true that you are not that exposed to the chaotic ways that people are dressing up or behaving, and quite a lot of stress is not hitting you. But I'm just saying that climbing a mountain, or a peak where you are just moving and pushing your body forward without any visual kind of reward, that yeah, you stopped walking but you don't really see the vista yourself. You are reliant on technologies or on people to describe you what's around you. For you yourself, not being with other people or having internet coverage, because in order for your devices to describe you what's around you, you need internet coverage. And while exploring mountains, it's not that prevalent, internet access. So this is one of the reasons why we don't have that much of social experience, just because it's we are relying on accessibility, which is largely not there. Because yeah, in Greece, in Spain, there are quite a lot of accessible beaches. At different parts of Europe, because I'm Bulgarian, I'm living mainly in Bulgaria for now. um, there are quite a lot of accessible mountains in terms of having internet coverage, so that lots of things can be described to you. But it's it, it's not safe. Like, you are not like, I'm in climbing, so I'm going to this part of this Spanish, Croatian, or whatever mountain, just because I'm in climbing, and there is going to be for sure internet and capable people to be your assistants, and you're a person with disability and it works at a certain place, so it's 100% sure that in this other place everything will function as expected. No, it's not like that. And for people who can see, so basically who don't have um, this barrier of insecurity, if there is going to be internet, if there are going to be people on who you can rely, um, it is just not the same when you can see. And I can see only now these things, because when I was younger, I wasn't around so many people with so many different disabilities as I am in the last, let's say, 7 years. Because previously I was largely around people without disabilities, and thanks to them, I have quite a lot of experience. Professional, learning based, social, cultural, touristic, whatever it is. It happens because I had the proper people around me. But having the proper people around you is not what's happening largely with people with lots of disabilities. And this expectation that you're going to be fine eventually and have social experiences is wrong, because you can have quite a lot of smelly, not pleasantly smelling people around you. I'm trying to evade the thesis topic in this clip. So yeah, the other reason why certain people with disabilities might not have that much of social experiences is that people without disabilities are not quite comfortable being around us. Um, it happens again in free time, in professional terms, in academic backgrounds, and it happens quite regularly. And it's both our job, I mean, of people with disabilities, but as well of the people without disabilities, to start getting familiar with us, and to start getting to know us better, and to feel how we can be of benefit to each other, and how we can work together and just not feel weird around each other. Because well, for me, it's quite laughable how people who can see are losing their minds when they are entering barely uh, dark place. They're, oh, where is the lamp? Where is the electricity? How we are supposed to get around? It's so dark here. Well, I can laugh at them. I can point out to them that I can help them, but if they don't realize it, it's just the same as when they are doing it to me, when and they are saying to me, "Oh, let me move you to this place so that you can sit." No, I don't want to. Yeah, you want to sit because it's let me sit you here. so so it's just not helping. Me laughing at them at dark places, them being aggressive to what I want and what I don't want to do with my body. It's both not working. But I feel that at most of the cases, people without disabilities are the ones who are not doing the heavy lifting, because I have a very maybe personal experience, which is coming again from my country. And the simple fact is that I have never had a meaningful relationship with a woman coming from my country. All my good relationships, functional relationships, and relationships which gave me something were and are with women who are or not Bulgarian or are Bulgarian by citizenship, but they grew up in other countries or in spent quite a lot of times and are spending quite a lot of times out of Bulgaria. So they are developed not to think in a Bulgarian way. And what I mean by that is that especially in Bulgaria, it it happened with women outside of Bulgaria, but not that aggressively and not that easily to be detected. But basically, what happens in Bulgaria is when you are attracted to fully Bulgarian born, raised, and stuff like this woman, and when you are coming out with your feelings, I like you and stuff like this, the nearly visceral pullback from them, ew, you're what, you're what? No way I'm touching and thinking like this of a person with disability. And if it happened once, I would consider the wrongdoing to be done in my head. But it happened quite a lot and continues to happen anytime I'm trying to give another chance to a Bulgarian woman. So, what I'm trying to say is that there is quite a lot of tension around functionality, around attractiveness, around personal development, and around delegation. Because historically, people, be it in LGBTQ terms, be it in straight terms, being in um, lots of other contexts, they want to perceive the other person as capable. And I would accept that people without disabilities are hesitant to be with a person with disability because of the lack of accessibility and because there are certain things which are hard for a person with disability to do. But the disgust doesn't come from there. Because when you are worried that there are accessibility issues, you are going to start to think how to resolve them, just like it's happening with in the relationships that I have with women who are not Bulgarian. It happens. It's quite easy to be pointed at, and it's quite easy to be understood how they are trying to get around the things which are not accessible for me, so that we can do this thing together and not just wonder how we are going to do it. They are proactively searching with me how we are going to proceed further. They are not pulling away. They are not being disgusted by the idea that I want to do something with them. And these 2 points, the lack of general accessibility and the lack of people without disabilities honesty of what they are feeling and why they are feeling it towards us are quite big pillars on which we can actually build, because accessibility can be built. You can build meaningful ways into enjoying physical spaces, into enjoying teaching, and enjoying learning, and enjoying mutual life. Um, you can build on the disgust of people without disabilities. You can work with that. You can push back. You can educate. You can make people be around each other more often so that they can see what they can expect and what they can do together. But the thing that we can't work with really is the lack of social discourse, because this topic of us people with disabilities not having that much social experience is not existing. As I told you, you can search papers, you can search for content, you can search for books. There are accessibility studies, of course, all around the world, but a talk on the topic of how hard it is actually to have lots of social experience for a person with disability is not existing. you know because people without disabilities, they have quite a lot of afternoons out at the park. They have quite a lot of walks. They have quite a lot of situations when they crushed on someone and it didn't work, or they had quite a lot of experiences of having you know how formative and how good it feels for a person to have a walk alone when they want to and where they want to go. Well, for a lot of us, people with a lot of disabilities, having a walk alone on your own terms is quite a hard thing to do. It can be because of sensory disabilities, it can be because of anxiety, it can be because of learning disabilities, it can be because of something temporarily happening with your psyche. It it doesn't stop, it doesn't happen, and it prevents you from actually being social. And being social is what is making us humans. We are humans because we are social. And when the lack of accessibility and when public contempt towards people with disabilities are preventing us from having social experiences, we are starting to behave and become something else, something which is not human. And what it is a topic to be discussed, is a topic to be researched, is a topic that we cannot actually continue not to talk about, not to research on, and not to care about.